REC Prompt Builder. So I'm going to show you where to find this within Real Estate Collective so that you can do this on your own without needing a direct link from me or someone else. So within Real Estate Collective on the left side, under Pro Members, there's an AI prompt library. And at the very top is pinned, at the very top, we have pinned the prompt builder. If you click that, you are directed to the prompt builder. And this thing is so powerful. It is my favorite tool to use all day, every day. And I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. I did post the direct link to it. I just wanted to walk you through how to access it. So you don't need someone to give you a direct link. This is an exclusive tool available to Pro members. And thank you to Brian Hurley, the senior Google software developer who created this for us. It's the smartest tool I have personally ever used. Then just getting our tools ready. I think those were I'll start with those two. Let's not overwhelm ourselves. So just start with those two. Make sure you create a free Lovable account. That was the first link I shared in the chat. And then the second is to open up the prompt builder, or it's called REC Prompt Lab. It says by Teresa Hurley. It was by Teresa and Brian Hurley. So thank you to Brian for creating that. So welcome if it's your first time to Real Estate Collective, specifically Pro. If this is your first session to Real Estate Collective, glad you found us. If you've been here before, it's good to have you back. A few housekeeping items before we dig in. We host sessions like this every week, at least one. This week, I think, is a total of 3, where there's just so much happening that we couldn't space these out into once a week. We hosted one yesterday, today, and then one more on Friday. But in between, we live in the discussion space. So going back to my screen share over here, I showed you where the prompt builder is and the prompts that get shared often, just as recent as yesterday following Tim and Ryan's session, which that was a mind-blowing session if you missed that. But the discussion space is where we live in between. So this is the brand footprint skill that was shown during yesterday's session with Tim and Ryan, showing you specifically with your homepage how you would score, how your business would score, how it does score with AI, with LLMs, if and when someone is trying to look for a realtor or look for you. And what was really interesting was we did this live yesterday during a call. They volunteered themselves. Their website provider actually had some coding in the back end that prevented AI from even scrubbing their website. And that was not good, which means AI for them didn't even know it existed. Their business didn't even exist. So that was a big eye opener. And then also Jason shared some takeaways. This was to prepare for today. So definitely hop in the discussion space in between the sessions. We don't want to go so long in between sessions to talk with you all, whether it's a share or a question you have. So with that said, today, like the title says, we are going to be going over how to support your events from beginning to end. And I guess my first question to you all is, have you recently ever hosted an event, whether in your own personal life, like a birthday party? I have a birthday party coming up for my daughter's birthday, or for your business. Do you ever host any events? Like Jeff mentioned, like a school or anything like that? You can unmute or stay in the chat.
Mateo, what it do, dog?
Not much. What's going on, man?
Good. Tell us about that event. What have you hosted or tried to put together?
What have we done? So in April, every April, right around tax season, we do a shredding event with a local bank. And then we also, this year will be our first year of doing a client appreciation event for our entire brokerage. So that's also,
Oh, snap.
yeah.
Y- We've been around for 5 years and we've never done one. And I'm notoriously just a super workaholic. It's like, all right, cool. Beginning of the year, we're gonna do all these events. But because I dabble in everything else, and I'm like I'm a bunch of the letters for our company, whatever those titles and roles mean. Like y'all figure it out. A lot of things never get done. So are you guys looking to do more events, or is this the only like how? And tell us a little. Like, one, are you guys looking to do more, and then how do those events go?
Yeah, so we are looking to do more events. This actually is going to be our first year of doing a client appreciation event. So I don't know how it's going to go. I'm very interested to see how that works out. But last year we do a couple of networking events to get our brokerage in front of other agents. So in November of this past year of 25, we did a vision board creation night. It was
Mm-hmm.
a total slam dunk. It was awesome. So I'm looking forward to doing that again as well.
I love that. Was the vision board including people only in the office or clients as well?
So it was our office, but also co-brokes that we've worked with in the past and vendor partners. It wasn't really a client thing just because it was the wrong audience. We were really looking
Yeah,
in front of other real estate industry professionals.
dope.
That's cool.
Elena?
When are you planning to do the client appreciation event?
I'm hoping to do it at the end of the summer. But as Jeff mentioned, I have every letter next to my name as well. So we're hoping to do end of summer / early fall.
Elena, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you're thinking what I'm thinking. Okay,
We're
cool.
going to help solve Mateo's problem
When are we doing that? We're doing that today.
right now.
That's gonna be. All right, cool. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And I'm already documenting what Mateo's saying, so he doesn't have to repeat himself. Mateo, this is where all of this is just going to shine. I'm in the prompt builder right here. I've already collected some of this. Tell me about
Which prompt builder are you in?
the REC prompt builders. This is what I showed at the top of the call.
Okay.
In the top of the call,
So everybody, please follow along. Please go into the prompt builder. Everybody on this call is pro members. Go into the prompt builder and see it for yourself.
So I'm essentially going to start out in the REC prompt builder. Oh, I went to the wrong tab. Here we go. Let's build a prompt. That's the one button I pushed. And it's like, love it. What do I need? What do you need from me? What's happening? So I'm going to start off. I have a keyboard shortcut for Whisper Flow. Mateo and everyone else, have you all added Whisper Flow yet?
Nobody? Anybody have Whisper Flow?
No. Okay.
Y'all are dropping the ball. Jason said yes.
Sorry, I do not.
Oh.
Mateo, bro, you are dropping the ball. Whisper Flow is like one of the best, quickest, fastest things ever. Like you just brain dump. I hope I'm able to spell using letters in the next few years. But I Whisper Flow everything.
Adding right now.
So yes, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start Whisper Flowing here, and then I'm gonna have you, Mateo, fill in the gaps. I need your help building a prompt for me to put into Lovable, which is going to build me the most beautiful web page to invite my clients for a client appreciation party. However, I'm not sure I really want to call it that on the page so that people actually want to be excited to join. So with that said, this client appreciation party is going to be somewhere around the end of summer. We don't really have dates solidified, but we can put placeholders in for now. I'm going to paste some information, preliminary information from Mateo, and then I'm going to ask Mateo some other questions. So I'm going to paste some of the preliminary information you gave me, Mateo, at the beginning of this, and then I'm going to have you fill in the gaps. 1 second, because I have been recording what you've been saying. So this is where you said shredding. You did a shredding event. And then summer. Okay, actually, okay. So Mateo, tell me what you envision, or maybe you haven't thought about this yet, but where do you think you might do this client appreciation event? Let's just start there.
So we're in between two places.
Go ahead.
One of them is our office park has a massive parking lot, and we've done a bunch of events in the parking lot. Obviously, that's not like super aesthetically pleasing, but that's one of them. The other is we're looking to partner with a local business so that we can cross post with them and get exposure to their network. So one of them, there's a local like farm stand that we've created a pretty decent partnership with, and they have ice cream, a bunch of activities, etc. So I was also thinking that could potentially be a good venue as well.
Okay. So initially you're thinking the parking lot plus ice cream. And is that an ice cream stand or like an actual ice cream store?
It's really like a ice cream stand.
Okay. Like when I say ice cream stand, it's like food truck?
No, like it's a little think of like a shed in your backyard, but with ice cream, like little windows for ice cream to get your ice cream.
Okay. But ideally you would rather have it at the parking lot?
Yeah, because I was thinking the parking lot could be interesting because we could do activities in the parking lot and get food trucks there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You could probably bring the ice cream stand to the parking lot.
Yeah, if they had like some mobile aspect of their business, that would be also kind of cool.
Do you have any specific food trucks you've thought of that are local that you could reach out to?
I haven't as of yet. I know there's a taco one, and I love tacos, so that would probably have to be one of them. And then I just thought of this, I forgot. There's an ice cream emergency truck that we've used for all of our shredding events, and they're awesome. So
An ice cream emergency truck? What does that mean?
it's literally a renovated old school bus that you like walk into, and it's like a little ice cream parlor inside. It's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so we got some food trucks, we got some ice cream. What do people do after they eat?
I'm hoping to like network and win prizes, like have games, win prizes, etc.
Okay. Is this family friendly for kiddos?
Yes.
Okay. Anything like bounce houses? Are you going that far?
That sounds like a massive liability.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that far yet, but maybe some like not so liability exposing child, event, like games and stuff.
Maybe like arts and crafts or something.
Yeah, something simple.
Okay. And how long do you want this event to last?
I haven't even thought that far, like a couple of hours.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned vendor partners. You want vendor partners to help you out with this?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Any specific ones in mind? Are you thinking like lenders, title companies, or someone different like that?
Yeah, honestly, primarily I was thinking lenders and title companies, but also I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to have just a couple of service providers as well, because you never know. When I'm scrolling Facebook, all I see all day long is like, does anyone have a good referral for X, Y, and Z? Like fix my heating system, etc. So I was thinking that as well.
Mm-hmm. And do you want these vendor partners just to shell out money, or do you actually want them to help you, like be like a hospitality team, help you set up, break down, invite people?
Oh, I want them to be part of the experience. Like, this is not just give me your money and then don't show up.
Are you going to cap the amount of people you're going to allow to show up?
Potentially, yes. That would be an insurance question when I get like a day of certificate of insurance.
Okay, I'm gonna say like potentially cap it at like 75 or something, just for
Yeah.
now.
As everybody can see, I'm a nightmare when it comes to liability.
Somebody has to.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of, Jeff? Or is this good for like preliminary ideas for initial?
I think this is super solid for the preliminary ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know off the top of your head your colors for your brokerage, Mateo?
Yes. One of the I have the hex codes.
Okay. Don't need it right now, but I'm going to add it in when we create the page.
Yeah, if you can go and gather those so that you can drop that in the chat real quick.
Oh yeah,
So that she'll be able to get that.
So what I just did.
You said you have them memorized?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hands down.
So we just brain dumped and is giving us this wonderful prompt that we're going to paste into Lovable to give us a lovely Lovable webpage. So now I'm in Lovable to build a webpage. And let's add in the hex codes. Go ahead.
So one of them is 111E30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the other one is F1B90E. I think the 111 one is the navy blue and the F1 is the gold, if I'm not mistaken.
And this one is like primary and this one's secondary or highlighter thing. Okay. Let's go. And while it works to build, it's still really fast, but I want to get your gears turning here. So this was a mock-up of what I did prior to of a fake invitation, as if you were hosting a private. Mr. Liability Man is probably not going to like this idea, but a pool party running at a country club. We would have lifeguards, whatever the
Safety.
Whatever the appropriate number is for a limitation of 50 people is. I asked for an upscale because we'll be renting out the local country club called Doubletree Ranch in Highland Village. And so I asked it to look upscale. I used our brand colors. I put in the day and time. It's a come and go, what to bring, parking as complimentary valet, RSVP by. So I had the dates in here. It's probably either going to put a mock-up date or a placeholder since we don't have that yet for the one that we're building for Mateo. And then the reserve your spot, which we will build in a second of how to make sure we know who's actually RSVPing for the event with how many guests are coming. So it is still working. So then let me show you here. You don't always need a reason to do this. You can also do this for your own personal life. I just did this for my daughter Ira's birthday. It is quite common for us to receive invites at least twice a month to other friends' birthday parties, and it's just an AI generated graphic. And then the moms are asking us manually, please text me if you can come. And I'm like, no, there's a better way. And this is
I know there is.
You can make it look pretty and functional too. So this is what we did here. We did a silent little play because Ira wanted it on 6-7, the 6-7 joke, because she's going from age 6 to 7. RSVP, the date, the time, vibe is splashy because it's a pool party. Of course, we will have a lifeguard. It's also going to be an art gallery. She wants to show off her art. Date and time opens to Google Maps. What to bring, the timestamps here, including pinata and pool time and cake and celebration, and her wish list and the RSVP. We have lovely, slightly, none of my family are going to see this, lovely, slightly overbearing family who always ask to bring food. So for those who text me, they don't have to text me anymore. They can just say, yes, I want to bring something. And it's basically, oh, thank you so much. We will reach out to you soon. And then save spots. So I wanted to just present this like personal example as well to show you like there's a way to use these types of event pages, not only for your business, but also for personal reasons, not only for birthdays, but like think about how you can help support get-togethers with friends and families for like a Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving or Christmas or New Year's or any other get-together. Like if you have friend get-togethers or family get-togethers where it's always a struggle in the group chat to figure out who's bringing what for potluck or who's coming and who's not, be the tech forward person and help somebody out.
I'm not going to anybody's event that's not built like you didn't even try. So Jason, I went to Jason's wedding.
Who didn't even try?
No, I'm saying overall, like Jason's in the office going off on me right now. I'm saying like you could do this for weddings. You could do this for open houses. Like so many different things that are coming to my mind as you're being able to do that. But all of that being said, I see something pretty.
So this is what it built for Mateo, from our brain dump to the REC prompt builder, to building that prompt, to pasting it into Lovable, plus the hex codes from Mateo. And so it's like a split view here. In order for me to see the full view of that, I think I have to go like this.
Yeah, you press that. Yeah, that little arrow. Yep.
Okay. It created an AI generated photo. How lovely, with an ice cream truck there in the background. What are your initial thoughts, Mateo?
This is awesome. Wow.
Under the lights.
I gave it a title.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is better than just saying client appreciation event.
Oh, yeah.
The last warm evening of the summer shared together. One field, 2 hours, taco truck, the ice cream emergency bus, lawn games, and the neighbors you've been meaning to catch up with. Bring the kids, stay for the string lights. Not a marketing event, a neighborhood ritual. Okay, I don't know about the word ritual, but sure. It gets us somewhere. I like it.
Wow, in the first go, this is like really insane.
Yes. Hey, look at those.
Yeah, this is great.
This is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, if you had real photos to put in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like from the actual taco truck that you're going to utilize and the actual ice cream truck. So go ahead. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I have a quick question for you. So in the field just above this section of the webpage, when they fill this reserve your spot section out, where does that go? Because I've noticed that a lot of agents in my office will play around with Claude, and they'll have Claude create websites, etc. And then their data is getting lost because they clearly don't know how to hook it up to everything.
Good question.
Yeah.
That's where we're going next.
Okay, cool.
Do you want it to go to your CRM?
Oh my God.
Yes. Say yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. You can use a free Zapier account for this unless you plan to get hundreds of RSVPs. So Zapier.com, create an account. And like I said, you can use a free Zapier account for most. We are about to create our first, if you haven't done this before, I'm just assuming because it was the first for me, something called a webhook. That scared me and I figured it out. Has anyone ever created a webhook before?
I think I've attempted and it was a miserable failure.
Yes. So
I have Ruben.
Actually, no, you will need I'm sorry. You can use a free account until it's time to go live, and then it's $20 a month.
Okay.
Otherwise, it can just go to a spreadsheet, like a Google sheet, but then you can't really do anything with it. So if you want this to actually be like a working system with automations and like going somewhere and something happening, then pay the $20 a month with Zapier. So paid Zapier account and create a new Zap. So and I'm showing Zapier on my screen, right? Showing the right screen? Okay. So click create Zaps. And I'm following my instructions to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I'll share this Notion doc too with you all so you have the instructions because I'm literally like reading along like step 1, step 2. Okay. So create a new Zap with the trigger being webhook. See there, it says premium, but you can still create this as a demo for free until you're ready to actually go live with an event. Webhook. And trigger webhook by Zapier, catch hook. We're learning new things. I'm just clicking buttons. Continue. Copy the webhook it generates. Continue. Copy. I copied. This is the fun, boring stuff. Okay, back to Lovable. We copied that. Back to Lovable. Paste that webhook, but don't press enter yet. And I'm going to paste this in the chat. And I'm also just, again, at the end of this, share the whole Notion doc. But essentially, we're going to say, when the form is submitted, send it. I don't know what any of this means, okay? I'm just pasting.
Don't worry. I don't know either.
When the form is submitted, we know what that means. Basically, when they RSVP, send a post request with the form fields as a JSON to this URL. Basically saying when they RSVP, send it to Zapier. So now it's thinking and it's going to say, okay, when someone RSVPs, we're going to send it to Zapier. Once it says okay, then we're going to do a test RSVP. I'm going to fill out the form as a fake RSVP. And why don't I send this Notion doc now? Oh, and I have not been looking at the chat. I'm glad you found this.
Oh, sorry. I've been
this helpful, Jason. Here is the Notion doc. So save that for later, whenever it's time. Again, I don't know what any of this means. I just used Claude to help me figure out how to do a webhook, and it worked. And I said, great. Okay. It says from now on, the RSVPs will go to the Zapier webhook. So I'm going to go in as a fake fake RSVP. See you under the lights. We've saved 3 spots for Elena Fake Crew. A reminder will land in your inbox. So that's part of what we'll build if we have time to make sure that the reminder lands in their inbox. Okay, let's now go back to Zapier now that we've done the fake push and do the test. Make sure, oh no, I have to publish it, don't I? Okay, I have to publish. That was just the preview. I have to click continue, 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 publish, and then do the test push. I was worried.
Don't y'all just love live? Don't y'all just love
I
it
was
happening
worried I had
right
to
in
actually
front of
publish
you?
it and then do the test. And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna crash out because
I'll turn up with you, dog.
I made sure it worked. I promise. But we'll fill it out again and then run the test and then it'll all be good and say we found Elena test. Okay, we're gonna copy the URL, paste it, and push the test again. Elena, key fake. Elena, fake. Go back here. Please find the fake. Hey, I found the fake. So if I click to expand.
Oh, well, how do I know it found a fake? Where do you see that at?
So I clicked the test button.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And it says request A. I clicked that box and it's expanding next to it. And it says name, Elena key fake, email, Elena plus fake RSVP, 2 adults, 1 kid, total 3, submitted at June 10th, 2026. And then the source is that Summer Gathering Glow, Lovable. So I'm going to continue. And you're going to select whatever CRM you want. Someone emailed beforehand if we can show this for SureSend. We can. It's the exact same steps no matter what CRM you choose. If you choose Follow-Up Boss from this list, or if you choose, I think SureSend's on this list, doesn't matter. So if you choose Follow-Up Boss, then you're going to say, you're going to do create contact. And then you're going to select your account. Mine is already here. But if yours is not already here, you're going to connect a new account and a pop-up's going to show up like this. And you need to grab your API key. To do that, let me go to my Follow-Up Boss. And then I'll show you how to do this in SureSend for the people who asked. In admin, you go to more API and create API key. And let's call it Zapier. Create. And it's a very long gibberish line that you copy and paste. And then you click yes, continue. And then it will connect to your Follow-Up Boss account. But I'm going to delete that and not actually use it so you can't all access my Follow-Up Boss account. And then for SureSend, for the people who asked, let me share because I stopped sharing. In SureSend, what's nice about SureSend is you can just search whatever you're looking for. You don't have to remember where to navigate to. So I just typed in API. I created this test one, but let's just create a new one. I clicked new token, call it Zapier. And you can set an expiration if you want. Create, copy, and same thing. You just paste it over into Zapier. So everyone good so far, following along for like adding your API key and then pasting? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and select my actual Follow-Up Boss account. Don't click it again. I think Zapier sometimes is really slow. Okay, there it goes. And then you're just going to map to the name. It's okay that the first name and last name are together and not separate. Follow-Up Boss or whatever CRM you use is smart enough to separate that out, or it should be smart enough. Email, fake. I didn't ask for a phone number. I probably would tell Lovable to add a phone number field. Source, very important. If you want to create a separate source for every event, you certainly can. Maybe we do want to. So let's call it, what was it? Summer Under the Lights. So literally whenever a new RSVP comes in, they're going to be, if they're a very brand new lead entering the CRM, that's going to be their source. So up to you if you want a brand new source to come in that way. I'm skipping stage. By default in Follow Boss, it's going to be lead. Source URL, skipping. Is contacted, skipping. I'm going to use tag to be the same as the source. The reason I do that is if the person was already in my CRM, I want to know that they came in as a re-engagement, like they RSVP'd. They were already in there, they were a past client, and they RSVP'd. Skipping address, they're not giving me their address when they fill out the RSVP. Skipping the agent, I want them to stay assigned to whoever it was they were already assigned to. I don't need to reassign them to anybody. I'm basically skipping everything else. And I have a lot of custom fields, so I'm scrolling down a lot. Continue and test. With this test, I can't remember if a new lead is going to be created or not because it keeps tracking me and it's finding like an existing record, but let's see. So now with this test, I should have either a re-engagement or a new lead in Follow Boss. Let's see here. But before I show, did that make sense with like mapping the fields in Zapier? Just like first name, email, source.
Yep.
Okay. An hour ago, Follow Boss was down. I don't know if it's still down or it was really slow. I was hoping it would be back up, but it looks like it's still slow for me. I'm just getting the spinning wheel.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking the opportunities for, we have a few agents on the team that do really good open houses, and even closing parties or inviting anniversaries for the first time, the anniversary for a home sale, inviting family and friends. I think a lot of this could be, it's almost like you're gamifying it. Like no one's doing this. This is going to automatically make you stand out. My realtor's not, taking it to this level. So whether you're doing it for your team or for your clients, this could be helpful.
There it goes. Oh, wait, no. I found the lead, but the lead flow is just taking its sweet time to load. But you saw the fake. It's going. And let me undo blur mode. I'm here. I came in 2 minutes ago. I'm sourced as Summer Under the Lights, and I'm tagged as Summer Under the Lights. Added 2 minutes ago in FUB. So to recap, if I can't even recap, we just connected RSVPs from the Lovable page for any event specific. This is a client appreciation event. As soon as someone RSVPs, they go into Follow Boss. Now, if you wanted like the details of how many RSVP'd and you want that to push over, then like the details of I RSVP'd so many people, there's this field here for a message. Where's message? Isn't it called? Oh, yeah. Last name, email, phone number, source, stage, tag, price. Did it get removed? Why is this saying? Oh no, that's custom field. Maybe webhook is different. I used to, maybe I have to put it in background where you can put in, yeah. So I would type in adults 2 and then kids 1. And that's where you could put the information of what they RSVP'd. I guess if it wasn't a webhook, if we didn't have to use a webhook and it was like just a standard Zap, we could put it as like a posted note or a posted registration.
In Follow Boss?
Mm-hmm. So if I click continue and retest, then it should update the background in Follow Boss. Where's my Keyword should. But
it's live. Don't worry.
I'm working on
We'll figure it out.
So I am just working on theory here. I did not test this part ahead of time, so maybe not. But we got the basics.
So Mateo, you're going to be able. So for this event, is it going to? You said is this going to be a client appreciation event?
Yeah.
So with that being, you're going to be able to see which one of your clients, based off the tag, who showed up, and then you could probably follow up with a thank you of some sort, right? And that will open up and allow you to have continuation of conversations that you were having at the event. Yeah. And I think that's where, for me, not doing events there's so many things it's hard to envision. And I hopped on 5 to 7 minutes in less than 40 minutes, she was able to, have a conversation with you, put all these pieces together. And now you have a mock that you can go back in, re-edit, and, change a couple of features here and there, upload some actual photos of vendors and partners, and it's slam dunk, ready to go.
Yeah. Stellar.
I figured it out. I did the wrong type of event. So on the setup, it needs to be a new inquiry. And then when you configure it, there in the message, you say adults and kids. And then it will post here in the timeline in Follow Boss. It'll post here in the timeline in Follow Boss. So this is the risk you take with doing things live, but it's also the fun of doing things live. I did not get through the rest of this, which is what I anticipated, of like sending an automatic confirmation of the RSVP, sending reminders, even sending the invitation emails, what to do during event and post event. That could either be a whole other session, or you could just read the Notion doc. I don't know what the people want.
I think I would go ahead and, worst case scenario, Lena, continue to build it out, and we just record it and drop it along with the link in the discussion. Just basically piggyback off of where we could take this piece and then just do a second part and put it together that way.
Like record right now or record later?
Yeah, you just continue until you have to hop off, and then we'll pause, and then we'll just pick up where we left off.
Okay, sure. Okay. So did the lead flow ever work out? So now that we have that test pushed through, we're going to be setting up lead flow. So we're going to go back to anyone who RSVPs. We're going to go back to the REC prompt builder and ask for confirmation email and a confirmation text if they're a brand new lead, and giving it details of what we're looking for. Example, build a prompt. Okay, I'm just going to copy this. That's the easiest. So we're going to go back to the REC prompt builder, and this is back in the ChatGPT, REC prompt builder, create a new chat, build a prompt together, paste this.
And I will preface this. Do not just copy the whole Notion document and drop it in here. Go step by step, people. It went through my mind a second ago. I was like, well, I could just copy the whole thing and drop it in there. No, let's follow the instructions.
Yes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a confirmation email and text once someone RSVPs. And I'm also going to give it the output of this, the content of this page. I'm literally just copying this entire page. I'm going to say below, here is information about the website, or information about the event. So basically, I want to give it context for what people are RSVPing for, so that the confirmation email is good. So now I'm building a prompt. I'm not building the confirmation email yet. I'm building a prompt to create the confirmation email. I want the confirmation email in text to sound amazing. I'm not asking to create it yet. So if you were a part of Shay's session on building your first Claude skill on your brand voice, this is where it's going to shine. If you did not, that's okay. You can watch it. And I'm going to post that recording in the chat, because if you really want these to sound like you and not AI, you need to use that Claude skill. So
Y'all know the weirdos out there all sounding together. They keep skipping this part.
You don't want to sound
And
like
when you get good, halfway good, you're like, that's not you.
Claude skill on your, and it takes like 5 minutes. It just interviews you and asks you questions about yourself. Use whisper flow. Like, you can just stumble and mumble about yourself and answer questions. Oh, Tiffany, this is why I'm scared to do training. Hey, this is the name of the game. I mess up all the time. Okay, so I'm going to copy this prompt from the REC prompt builder and go into my Claude and paste the prompt into my brand voice. So unless, Mateo, did you do that class with Shay? Do you have a skill?
I unfortunately haven't. I'm doing it right after this though, because I'm looking at the link that you just sent, and this is awesome.
Okay, cool. So for now, it's written in my voice. Sorry. I'll write it in my voice.
I think half of our messages to all of the consumers in Follow Up Boss history have written in your voice.
So the prompt is saying, you're Donald Miller, author of Building a Story Brand, combined with Priya Parker, author of The Art of Gathering. Apply story brands, clarity, and anticipation building while using Priya Parker's principle of intentional hosting and making guests feel like they already belong. I host an annual neighborhood event called Under the Lights. It is an end of summer gathering at Riverbend Park from 4 to 6. Write a confirmation email sent immediately after RSVP and a confirmation text. So it is, there we go. Okay. Subject, you're in for Under the Lights. And then, so does anyone know why I didn't just write this in ChatGPT? Why did I switch to Claude?
Claude's way better at giving awesome type content.
Yes. Good job.
And then Tiff also pointed out that's also where you've already built your brand voice. Your voice is already built in there. So after you guys do the skill that Shay had whipped up, you just follow that same process. Everything that I write comes within the Jeffrey McGonigal brand voice. So it gets easy, man.
Yeah. Up to you if you want to say I or were, if you're a solo agent or team. We're so glad you're coming. Under the Lights has quietly become one of our favorite evenings of the whole year, and it feels right that you'll be part of it. I'll probably put a space. Picture Riverbend Park as the sun starts to drop on, placeholder because we didn't select a date, string lights flicking on overhead, kids drifting between the long games and the craft tables, that golden stretch where nobody's in a rush to be anywhere else. We'll be there from 4 to 6 p.m. The taco truck will be parked and ready, and the ice cream emergency bus rolls in for the finale. A few local makers will have tables set up if you feel like wandering. Mostly, though, it's neighbors, good food, and one last easy summer night before the school year takes off. Come as you are. Bring the kids, bring a blanket if you want a spot on the grass, and bring an appetite. One thing I'd love to know before then, is there anyone you're hoping to run into or someone you'd like me to introduce you to while you're there? I don't know. That's a decent question. Can't wait to have you under the lights. And then I would replace the your name placeholder with the merge field with sender name. Not too bad for the first draft. Would y'all agree?
Yeah, do you want to do all of our power events?
No, I already
Gotcha.
have. Yeah, it didn't create a new lead because I think it is tracking.
You're already there.
CRM. Yep, I'm already there. But if I wasn't already there, it would create a new lead flow for me and a new lead source. And I would be able to set up the lead flow here for under the lights. And then you want to create an automation then for people like me who are already in the CRM. You would go admin, automations. If you're in 2.0, you would still follow the same step. You'd create an automation and create the trigger as a tag. Whoop. What was the tag? Somewhere under the lights. And I didn't create the action plan. I'm used to 2.0. You create the action plan in 1.0. And you add the email template. Y'all know how to create an action plan, right? You add the email template and the action plan, and then you connect that action plan to the automation. Or if you're in Automations 2.0, you just directly add the email in the automation to initiate that automatic confirmation of their RSVP.
Cool.
And then the reminder emails, you would follow the same process. You would go back to, you can actually just go back to Claude and ask it to create reminder emails because it already has that prompt in there to act as Donald Miller and Priya and say, okay, I need reminder emails for those who have already RSVP'd. And you would set yourself reminders for yourself to send those reminder emails via batch on those days. I wrote down here, don't pre-schedule those, because you can pre-schedule batch emails in various CRMs, but don't pre-schedule them because let's say I have 5 people RSVP'd on a certain day and I pre-schedule that, it's only going to send to those 5 people. And if anyone RSVPs between today and 2 weeks from now, let's say 10 more people RSVP, those 10 people aren't going to get that reminder. So just set yourself a reminder for that day to send it ad hoc. Don't pre-schedule that batch email. I learned that the hard way. A bunch of people are like, you didn't remind me. I said, oh, oops, it excludes you. It doesn't automatically include people who are included in that tag segment.
I think everybody on this call would have made that mistake. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, if I made it, everyone's going to make it. But yeah, so this is what I mean. If you're going to send a batch email, specifically like in Follow-Up Boss, you can see here you have the option to schedule an email. But you see here, you can send to 10 people that have that tag, but it's not going to add more people to that list if more people have that tag added later, that RSVP.
Okay. Camila's asking a question. She's taking a little bit further. She says, Elena, if the event is a 3-part series, would it be possible to send reminders with the materials from each session?
Would a material be like a Notion doc or something?
So Camila, I believe you can hop off and talk, right? Just hop in here.
I mean, yes. If the material is just a Notion doc, you just add it to that.
Yeah, you should be able to just add it right there in the text. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, that was fun.
Oh wait.
I'm
going to rapid fire go through the rest of it. I don't need to walk you through it, but Go to the REC prompt builder to build your invitation emails. Ask for a prompt and say, I need to build invitation emails. Me personally, I typically send out the first invitation email in between before 4 to 6 weeks in advance, depending on what type of event you're hosting. Then another invitation 3 weeks beforehand, and then 1 week beforehand, just depending on how many spots you have left. And then during the event, time to connect with your vendors. So if you didn't watch Chris Stegg's session, watch that replay. It's linked in the Notion doc about how to connect with vendors and partner with vendors so that they become your hospitality team during the event. I wrote down Plod. I'm sorry, I've fired Plod. I personally just use my own phone's voice recorder. The reason I fired Plod is it takes a really long time to generate the recording and the summary. So I just go old school and I have a Pixel, but if you have iPhone, you can just use the native recorder, and then it just automatically generates the transcript. And I'm just recording the whole time. And then you can use Claude. You go and upload the transcript to scrub it, ask it to organize the messy notes, identify who it was that you talked to. And if it can't identify, put a placeholder for you to fill in, and then paste the conversation notes into each person's profile and follow-up boss. Call your VIPs. If you are looking for help with scripts, watch the replay with Chris again. He gives you some ideas. There's some workflows in here if you want to look at some visuals. Then you call the guest if a VIP brought a guest that you don't know. And then some other links to other replays that there's no time to get into today of how to help convert those people. So it goes deeper and deeper and deeper depending on how much you want help with converting those people post-event. And that is all.
Well, that's dope. We are going to, all of this is going to live where, Elena?
I will post the Notion doc in the discussion space. I will also post it in the event replay once it is posted in replays. So the replay gets added to replays here.
Well, everybody, this was a pleasure. Hope you guys got a ton of value. Let us know what event you guys build. Team, I want to see y'all's. You know how I feel about events. They scare me. So let's go ahead and build some really cool things, and let's share it with everybody else. Let's make the world a better place through real estate. Everybody, enjoy your afternoon. Elena, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Peace out.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Always. All right.